Hey everybody, welcome back today. Today we're going to be checking up on Infinite DIVS. How did the launch go? What happened? It was crazy. Well, let's just jump right in here. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want these kind of videos, if you want to keep up with this. So right now, as you can see here, we're on PancakeSwap, and we're just going to use one BNB. This is the ID token, the Infinite DIVS token right here. I don't have my wallet connected right there. That's fine. We don't need it connected. So for one BNB right now, you can buy 5,400,000 Infinite DIVS tokens. And when you switch back, though, because of the 15% transaction fee, it's not 5.4, it's 5.6. So 5,600,000 Infinite DIVS tokens to get that BNB back. So basically, how does this compare to yesterday? Well, it's about the same today, right now, as it was yesterday, price-wise. In fact, some people may be in the negative unless you got in. I got in with an undisclosed amount about a minute, about 45 seconds, really, after the launch. So we're in early. If you guys were with me, good job. But BNB is really nice. BSC mainnet is really cool because the fees are just so much lower. I stopped getting into like Ethereum, these kind of tokens and stuff, because when they launch, everybody's using it at the same time. Gas fees are through the roof. Some people are big players. They're playing with like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, and they can set those gas fees really high and not worry about it. Well, that's not me right now. I hope so one day, maybe with you guys' help, huh? But I hope we can all be there someday, but we're not there yet. So we're just working with small amounts here, and we want those gas fees low because we don't want to spend our portfolio sending money to other people. That just doesn't make sense. We want to be patient, and we want to strike while the iron's hot. So this is just an update today. The price is about 5 million Infinite DIVS tokens, almost 5.5 million per BNB. That's per BNB right now. Liquidity is locked. Let's go to the contract here. Something really crazy that happened is in the first day, it's almost 24 hours since the token has launched. And we're going to check the total supply and how many addresses, how many holders we have, how many participants we had in this sale. So right now, we started with 1 billion. We started with 1 billion tokens, and right now we're sitting at 822,000. That's 180 million tokens that have been burned in 24 hours. And most of that was done in the first hour, the first 2 hours. Basically the first hour, 150 million tokens were burned. And so since, in the corresponding 22 hours, we've had about almost 30 million burned again. So the transactions have really stopped. People are holding that. That's what that means. People are holding their Infinite DIVS coins. They're not selling them right now, which is good. We want that. So 152 holders. That's how many people own Infinite DIVS coin right now. And we're gonna see. And there's between 150 people, there's almost 500 transactions taking place, and 5% of those transactions are burned. 5% of those div amounts, or infinite div ID amounts, I guess, are just completely burned, and 10% of those transactions are sent back to current holders. So this is on BSC Scan. And we have our PancakeSwap. There's no coin market. They've announced on their Telegram. This is the Infinite DIVS Twitter right now. They've announced on their Telegram that they are getting coin market cap. They've filed for coin market cap listings and CoinGecko listings so that we can see charting. That's so we can keep up with the token. It's listed. Everybody goes to coin market cap. It's kind of like the crypto Bible, if you will, to show you all the coins that mean anything. But when you really want to get on the ground floor, you got to go around CoinMarket. You can't go through CoinMarketCap to get in on the ground floor of these things, but you can get in but just not right at the beginning, that first day or that first couple days, first week, whatever. You know what I mean? They're not going to be on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. So when coins get listed there, they typically go up in value. This typically causes a spike in price. There's more awareness for the token. People like it more. Next, I'm going to show you guys this web page. This is YpandA. And why is this? Why am I talking about YpandA? Because YpandA is basically, essentially, Infinite DIVS token is based off of YpandA. It's technically the same contract, basically. Kind of, I don't know if it's the same devs or not, but basically it's a clone of YpandA. And YpandA, there's a tax applied to every buy or sell. 6.2% are redistributed back to holders, while 3.8% are burned forever. So it's a combined 10% transaction tax, whereas Infinite DIVS is a combined 15% transaction tax. So, you know, that's important. That plays into it. Now, YpandA, I have a chart here for it, so we can kind of use that. Since this is just a straight clone of it, maybe it's not going to be run the same way. Maybe there's going to be, you know, use cases in the future. All those things matter. Maybe the devs are different, but it's on the same. It's YpandA was also on BSC. I wasn't in YpandA personally, but maybe if you guys were and you know more about it. We're gonna look at the charts. Charts don't lie; they just don't. So right here we see what we can basically expect if Infinite DIVS is run the exact same, which I don't know that it will be. We have a huge volume spike right here on February 19th. That's 2021, and that is approximately 5 days. 5 days after launch. See, we have like kind of this price floor here at about half of a cent. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can see that. Okay, we got about half a cent here, and it goes all the way down. So the initial buy-in is right here. These just 2 days really, and the price fluctuates back and forth, and then it bottoms out. You don't want to be selling at this point. You don't want to be, you know, people think at this point you can't see the rest of the chart, you know what I mean? When you're in this moment, when it's February 17th and you're like, "Oh shoot, like it's worth half a cent now." We went from, you know, 1.5 cents a piece to half of a cent a piece. That's, you know, you don't want to be selling at this point. Usually what happens is you get those listings, CMC listings hit about here. You know, CoinGecko listings hit about here. You know, sometimes coins get listed on Binance or a different exchange, and these coins, you know, that's when they spike. So you don't want to be selling at the bottom. Typically speaking, obviously, you have to work on your own, work with your own money, work with your own limitations. But and then we see huge spikes here, and that's where you really want to hit it. If you're gonna sell, you want to sell here. You don't want to buy. You don't want to be buying up this mountain. You want to have bought. You want to have bought already. So if you're watching this video, we don't have charts for Infinite DIVS, but it hasn't mountained yet. It's just 24 hours. This is a brand new token, 24 hours. So it hasn't mountained yet. Kind of get into this consolidation area. People don't know where it's going. They sell. So enough about that. So you get these big mountains, these big volume changes. And then, you know, it bottoms out around here for a while, and then it kind of starts. It's starting to pick up again. You know, YpandA. Again, I wasn't in YpandA. I don't know. It doesn't look like a bad contract. It doesn't look bad at all. But, you know, you just want to make sure that you're selling at the right times, that you're buying at the right times, and all that stuff. A lot of times people, you know, there's all kinds of coins and stuff, and deflationary tokens. This looks pretty typical for a deflationary token. And YPanda is also on the BSC Smart Chain right here, is a fork of Reflect Finance. So this is Reflect Finance. This is on the Ethereum blockchain up there. So we can look at this too as kind of an indication of how Infinite DIVS might go, since they're based off the same deflationary protocols. They're basically almost the same tokens with different, just, you know, different styles, different maybe devs. I'm not sure exactly if they have the same devs or not. So they're competing with each other. So Reflect RFI goes from about 20 cents a piece to at its peak to $3. It looks like it hit about $3, 2.9, and right now it's at 90 cents. So even if you bought at the beginning and you held all the way to now, you'd still be at about 3 to 6, I guess. Well, looks like there's some listings here for about 11 cents. So, you'd be up quite a bit. You'd be up several times your investment, 7 times, 8 times, And this is not investment advice. We're just going through charts here so that you can understand how some of these deflationary tokens can work. With RFI, we have volume spikes down here. The gray down here is volume. That's what I'm looking at when I refer to a volume spike. And then the green line is price. It's just price. You can also click Trading View. We're on CoinMarketCap, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear. We're on CoinMarketCap. You can also hit Trading View. It takes a while to load on my computer, so I'm not going to click it. But you can click it, and you can draw lines. And you can select different volume and price indicators and demand and stuff like that. Different indicators that you can, if you know how to read charts, or if you want to learn how to read charts, CoinMarketCap is a great way to just play with it. It's free, so there's no reason not to unless you're just not interested. So these are two very different outcomes for two very different coins. YPanda is actually still very, very new. It's a month old. Well, I say very new. It's a month and a week old, which is somewhat old for DeFi projects. DeFi projects age very, very quickly. So a month for a DeFi project is pretty old unless you have good developers or good parents. If the project has good parents, then they will nurture that baby for years. I mean, there's no reason for a coin to just fall off the face of Neverland. The devs should be keeping up with it, and they should really baby that thing, because it's like new coins are like babies, pretty much. And the community needs to do their part, but the parents need to do their part, the creators of the coin. So finding good devs is the most important thing in DeFi. If you are new to DeFi, you want trustworthy devs. And even then, listen, in the world of cryptocurrency, even with good, trustworthy developers, you can have flops. You can have errors. You can have hacks. You can have flawed contracts. You can have contracts that weren't built or vetted properly. You can have failures in the contracts. You can have a lot of money. You can lose money in this stuff. So even with good devs, I mean, you still got to be careful. But you want caring, considerate, nurturing developers that are going to nurture their own coin and not just dump it, not just pump it and dump it, or make it and throw it away. You don't want to see that stuff. But it happens a lot. Not to mention outright scams. You don't have to scam. You don't have to be a scammer to fail a token launch. Anyway, so how did Infinite DIVS do? How did it do? It did great. It did exactly what it said it was going to do. It was fast-paced. It was high octane, I think is what it says on its website, and it was. It was. The price hasn't moved incredibly from where I found it yesterday at launch. It's still right about there. It has fluctuated a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's gone up and down like crazy, but it hasn't fluctuated. It's holding right about where it was yesterday at launch, for me anyway. Just a few minutes after launch, my transaction went through, and it's about the same. It's about the same. But so I'm really happy with it. But not only that is it just the same, but those rewards. You're getting rewards as you hold the token. So I've increased my stake quite a bit just by holding the coin, because of all the burning that's happened. Your stake's going to increase passively, and that's what you want. So anyway, guys, best of luck to you. This is the second installment of our Infinite DIVS journey. And maybe we'll keep making these videos. Maybe you guys like it, maybe not. If any of you are in it, I'm sure that this is stuff you want to know. So this is two different charts on what we might expect you know, you're going to expect these like spikes, you know, and whether you sell on those spikes or how big those spikes are, we have no idea. It's impossible to tell right now. But these coin market cap listings and CoinGecko listings are really important for any coin, for the longevity of any coin, and you know, just creating that awareness and putting it out there so that people, you know, can see whether or not they're interested and jump on it. All right, well, that's our video for today, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm leaving it to you. Be sure to follow the Twitter and Telegrams of Infinite Divs if you want to keep up with it. I appreciate you guys a lot. Wish you the best. Make good decisions, everybody. Talk to you later.